was I doing? Yeah, I remember. Okay, it's been a while since I've done a stream for the hell of doing a stream. This is the save game from the series I started. Okay, what are you doing here? You have cultivated, I see. You're about to go and spray. I think. Yes, you are. Here he is. Off you go. There we go. Go and do that. Yeah, throws a bloody fertiliser all over me. What's happening up there? Let's go and have a walk. So I'm so fit and agile. I think that, oh yeah, there's something over here. Been a while. Hello, Marcus. Welcome, mate. Uh-huh. You are liming. Okay. How are you, mate? Well, I hope. Oh, dear. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done this. Just done some shrooming for the hell of it. Why not? I'm that bored. Not for you, not for the company. I always appreciate that. I just thought, why not? Let's do a live stream, just for the hell of it. I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Getting tired, but not enough to go to bed yet. 10:30 at night. I think you're in the same time zone, aren't you, Marcus? I thought you were. Memory serves me correctly, which it very rarely does. Yep, thought so. There we go. There's a first time for everything. I remembered stuff. Truck driver. Yeah. Can I get 2 for 2? $10.32. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, almost 10:32. Why are you going so slow? Trying to waste that line. Yeah, lazy old night. It's been a lazy old day. Lazy old week. Bleh. Nope, at the time I was a truck driver, now I'm a NRL player. That's right, you were going for something different. I remember that too. Jesus. I better buy a Tatslotto ticket. Yeah, you were a truck driver, and now you're doing that. Ooh. I hope it's going well. Yes. Hey, Robert. How you doing, mate? You caught me on one of my let's do a stream for the hell of it moments. You gonna go to bed, mate? All right, Marcus. Nice to catch up. Been a little while. Sleep well, mate. Yeah, I'm okay, Robert. All's well. Kinda, also. As well as that can be expected. For an old bloke, you know. I've been tempted to do another stream on this map for at least a week. Not that I wasn't enjoying it, I was enjoying it, but then I got really sick and I couldn't be bothered doing anything. It's sort of getting there. Once we get a phone call from the hospital, which could be any year now. I'll get some tests and scans done. And it seems it doesn't matter that, you know, the doctor, I'm getting a scan and a test done. The doctor put urgent on both the forms, so it doesn't make no difference, apparently. I'm glad to know. You got 345 roos. Geez, that's not all right. It's a bit of a pile. Hello, little player. Welcome. Did I go to the Japart rally? No. I didn't not. I really don't go anywhere. Not many places at all anymore. Except the doctors. I go there. The rallies they have are pretty boring. Now, where's that cedar? Oh, not that I need it yet. But anyway. Might as well get it ready. Whoa. We need some seeds out. I'm driving around a field. I was driving around the field marshal the whole time. Oh, okay. That's cool. Very cool. I'll say. Alright, you fill up while I go and check out this other guy. Well, he's done, has he? Okay. Yeah, you can stop. Now. If you have... let's check. Let's check. What do we got to do up here? Yeah. Save. What do we got to do up here? Let's see. Oh no. Oh, that's fully fertilised. Yeah, 21 needs fertilisation. Okay. Well, that would have been a pretty good day. It would have been cool. Fun day, actually. Good enough fertiliser, yeah. Right, let's see. What have we got there? Field 21, spray, there it is. Yep. First waypoint, go. There we go. It wasn't as much stuff this year, no. Yeah, I haven't been to one of those in a long time. But when I used to go, you'd notice some years would be great and other years would be okay, and then it would be a couple of good years, and yeah, it's pretty. And with the way things are at the moment, no one's interested in buying anything anyway, so it's a waste of their time and day to go there, you know, to do all the trouble of setting up. Which is unfortunate. I'll get this cultivator back off the field too. Field 1, cultivator first and harvest spray. I don't have a... Why have I got 2 ferts? Let's get rid of one. So field 1. Field 1. Let's do 3 headlands. 6 meters. Let's go. I reckon 5.8. Generate. Back. Oh, there's start point 1. Very good. So, wait. Do it now. Do it now. Yeah, little Bo's an Aussie too. What the hell did you do then? Stop you. You pain in the... You know where? You skipped the first bit. That's not cricket. Yes. Yeah, I've got a few Aussies that pop in from time to time. It's really cool. Well, most of the Europeans are still crawling out of bed, aren't they? That's better. First waypoint, thank you. Sleeping in, going to work, all that sort of stuff. Sleeping in mostly. Do you blame them? No. Yeah, you live in Nil, just up the road from me, mate. About an hour away you live. Been to Nil many a time. I live in Kerrang, the other side of Swan Hill. And I used to have a mate that lived in Nil. Ah, no, Robert, it's not tomato sauce, it's ketchup. It's ketchup. Yep. Did you hear about the tomato family? They were out for a walk one day, and they're walking along, and the little boy tomato starts to fall behind. So Daddy Tomato goes back to the boy tomato and slaps him across the back of the head and says, "Ketchup." Funny at the time. Maybe he had to be there. But yeah, they do like their sauce, their ketchup and their mustard sauce, their relish. There's something else they have on everything. Mayonnaise on everything. Mayonnaise on bread, on buns, on their meat, on their chips. Yes, Robert is from up north. Northeast. Same time zone as us though, I'm pretty sure. Time zone doesn't change until it goes the other way. More little girl, you can get up this hill. It's only Whittle Hill. Look at that. Did it easy. With at least half a horsepower to spare. Northwest. Ah, yeah. Sorry. North, east, west, south. It's all the same actually. It depends on which way you're facing. You know, I'm always watching my British and my European friends on Twitch and YouTube. Always call in and say good day. Very rare. They do the same. You own a Fiat tractor. Nice. Ah, the petrol Fiat. My father had one of those. Covered in rust. My God, was it rusty, but never die. Went to start it, it started. You wanted to do a job with it, it did it. You just have to watch yourself, you didn't cut yourself on the rust. Looked very similar to this one, only it was a reddy colour, not the orange. Drummer, crazy, how are you, mate? Must be early in the morning for you, mate. Just crawled out of bed. You missed out on all my good jokes, mate. I finished telling them. Well, there was only one. Had to do with an American. Almost 9, okay. Almost work time for those that works in offices. Working today, drummer, or you don't work? You're like me. Very tired. I mean retired. I can't remember. Yeah, Rob. That is correct. That's right, you do night shifts, don't you? That's right. See, my memory hasn't failed me. I just never had it. Okay, mate. Okay, little Bo. You have a good night's sleep, mate. Tractor work tomorrow. Oh, that's a good reason to go to bed. I used to enjoy tractor work. Okay, looks like my little fertiliser has done. Good enough. She's good enough. And my little Deutz. Deutz far. How far? Deutz far. Nice little tractor this. It's a good little model, whoever did it. Only one problem with it. I have to fix it myself. It's got, oh well, bugging me dead, it works. I was mucking around with it, yes, yeah, here we go. No front camera doesn't always work. Nothing to do during the day waiting for the grass to grow. That's a good job, mate. If you can get it, good work. That doesn't help, not when you've got something on behind. Okay, in cab view. No, it just won't do it. Did it once. Gonna have to have a look at that camera. Put it up in this shed with the other antique. Look at that little rocket. Beautiful. Little, yeah, 4-cylinder Deutz air-cooled engine. Just finished chopping first cut for silage. Next round you're going to do bales, okay. This is in real life. Or we talking who's it game? Never did silage as a farmer myself. We never needed it. Pigs tend to not eat it. Although they eat anything, they would have eaten it if we made it, but we were busy making other stuff. Proper pig food. Yes, in real life. Okay, cool. What the hell are you doing? Oh, that tractor's in the freaking way, isn't it? Can you, hey, oi, who pays your wages? You're going to get a dock in wages this month? You silly man. Is this coming to move it for you too? Should drive you over. Whoa, look at the shed there. I might give you a present, give you a wash. You going to be trucking today, drummer? Okay, you do more corn than grass, yeah. Well, you get a greater yield out of corn, don't you? I mean, there's saying I've never done silage doesn't mean I haven't seen them do it. There's quite a large acreage. Which way is it? North, south from me? No, northwest from me. No, northeast from me. There's a quite large acreage there, and they do a lot of silage. And they don't do corn or grass. It's like a thick, really thick reed that is about 5 foot tall, and they chop that up. I don't know what it is. I never asked. Should have. Oh, you're doing coast to coast. Oh, okay. Yeah, and this reed stuff, it just, once it's planted, that's it. It just keeps growing like grass does. But it's very thick. Oh, it's not actually thick. It's sort of wide and skinny. If you can imagine the thickness of your forearm, the width of your little finger, that's what it is. It's sort of a tall, green, grassy stuff. Yeah, yeah. Well, it could be. Yeah, it stands about 5 foot tall. Like you could just, you walk amongst it, you can just poke your head up. Well, I'm 6 foot tall. I can just poke my head up over it and see. The snakes love it in the summer. They don't like the chopper much, but they love this grass. But yeah, they get huge crops off that, and like I say, it just keeps growing. So it'd be very economical. Might be, something same kind of yield that you would get off corn, or similar. It'd be more than grass. Very, very interesting. You can make silage depend on the quality out of almost anything that grows. Okay, let's put you away. Where am I going to put you? Thought you were in this bottom shed here somewhere. Let's poke our head in and have a look, shall we? I reckon you're definitely in here somewhere. Next to that plough, maybe. Doesn't matter. Wherever there's room here. Good spot. Right there. Okay, little girl, what are you up to? Oh, we're going to go for a drive through the straw, are we? Should be an adventure. Oh! Come on, find some traction. That's not working out well. Might have to change those settings. If I can find them. Activated. Let's turn on the field. Looks like we're running out of edge of the field. Yeah, and these guys that do this silage out there, they have bloody pits and pits and pits of it. But I wouldn't imagine they make much profit because they use a John Deere chopper. Most of it go to maintenance. That's what I said to them. They looked at me funny. This is what I don't like about the turning on field business. Bloody hell, they turn around and go halfway up the field and then back the other half. Don't know why they can't do a 3-point turn at the end. It must be too hard for them to program that in. Yeah, it's all good. Beats me doing it. And courseplay so far has given me no hassle. Ah, okay. I'm sure these guys do too. Which is a good thing, otherwise you won't know if you're wasting money or what you're doing with it. really. It's got to be analysed and worked out. Is it really worth it? You know, because it takes a lot of resources to make silage. People think it's just go out your tractor and pick it up. No. It takes money, resources. It's big business. Especially if you can sell it, for example, if you make enough to sell it to your neighbours or to some sort of, you know, dairy concern, if it's good enough quality, of course. It is big business. And to be honest, it's not, I mean, you need a lot of grass to make a lot of silage. It's really not cost effective to use grass. To mix it in with it, sure, you know, you might have your cornfields and a grass field and all that. You just chop them all up together, you know. Do a cornfield, do a grass field, do a cornfield, or, you know, 2 cornfields in the grass field. But just doing grass, it's not economically viable, I don't think. You don't get the yield. There is always mouldy waste. Yeah, of course there is, yeah. That's what you feed your pigs. I'll eat that. Tell you what, back in the day when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, to coin a phrase, my father used to take the pick up to the local grocery store and to the town we lived near. There was a grocery store, 1 and 2 bakeries. He used to go to the grocery store, the 2 bakeries, and depending, he may get 1 pickup full or pickup and a trailer full of mouldy bread, old fruit, veggies, and all that. And that's all you had to feed the pigs on. Compost put back on the fields. Yeah, that's right. That could be used to fertilise the fields with. Yeah, true. But you're not allowed to do that sort of stuff anymore. Pigs loved it. And some do-gooder said, no, it's bad for them. Why is it bad for them? They're growing. What more do they want? They love it. Oh, they used to love mouldy bread. Jesus. To get out of the way when you threw that in. But not allowed to do it anymore. Put the mouldy bread in the landfill. Much better. That's today's mentality. But yeah, it made pig rearing, for example, much more cost effective, because it just took a bit of fuel to go down to the local businesses and get their old food. It wasn't the only thing they lived on, for sure. They got a supplement and other things as well, but geez, it made a difference. Yeah, well, they're not allowed to do that here, mate. Geez, they bloody arrest you and lock you up if you did that here. It's just gone mad. And the animals actually enjoy it. It's just the other stupid animals that shouldn't be breathing that think it's not good. They got some college certificate somewhere to prove it. Really? Geez, I can't help myself. I came on for a gentle hour and a half of just chilling and just doing a bit of farm sim. I have to start raving on. I can't help it. It's in my blood. Politicians piss me off. If we ever needed Hitler, we need him right now to go and check out all these politicians and put them up against a wall and say, what about the people? Your mansion, you don't need this mansion, or a pay rise every 6 months, or to go and eat at a 6-star restaurant for breakfast every day. Think about the people. Yeah, right. What people? The ones that voted you in, you twat. But anyway, it is what it is. One person can't change it. But I'm I'm fearful that a group of people are going to try and change it one day. But the sad thing is, even if they do get to change it, history teaches us one thing: we never learn, and it'll just go back to the way it is now. It may take a few years, but it will. It's sad. Imagine if we did learn from our mistakes and we never made them again. What a world we'd live in now. It would be, actually, it would be utopia. There would not be a need. There would be no starvation. Nothing. No homeless. No jobless. Except for the ones that there were no jobs for, which would be rare. It would be utopia. But we don't want that. We just want to repeat our mistakes. Yeah, oh, okay. You would have Friesians then, because they're the highest butter fat, aren't they, Friesian cows? They got the highest butter fat rate, I think. Memory, anyway. We had Friesians and we had another lot too, brown cows, light brown. What were they called? Oh my God. Friesians. I hated the Friesians. They bloody angry shits of things. Always kicking the bales. But these other things were pleasant and peaceful. I can't remember what they're called. God. One gave a high butterfat, the other one gave high something else, so we mixed the herd. Could have been Holsteins. We didn't have them mixed. We had Holsteins and Friesians. I think they were Holsteins. They were very light brown, like a beigey colour, and a very pretty cow, if you could call a cow pretty. Better looking than the Friesians anyway. Just the one colour, very light beigey brown. Had a pet one I could ride. Oh, okay. Nice mixed breeds then. Nothing wrong with that, diversifying. It adds to your milk content, you know, the quality of the milk. Because different cows give a different rate of different things. Of course, if we listen to today's people, we shouldn't be milking cows. That's funny. It's funny. There was a picture. Where was it? It was on Facebook. There was a picture of this. It was in America. Sorry, of this girl standing in front of the milk fridge with a sign saying, "Do we really have to kill all these cows for your milk for your breakfast?" And I thought, hello, no schoolie, no learning. She was like, assumed that we must kill or squeeze the life out of the cows to get the milk. And I'm like, what? And it was a fair dinkum picture. It wasn't photoshopped or anything. I was like, what in the hell? Yeah. Yeah, I've been kicked by the old cow or two. Bloody tail in the flick of a tail in the eyeball. That was fun. They don't want to be milked, but they insist that they are milked. If you know what I mean. Oh yeah, mate. Sorry to say there are. You poor guys have got the majority. I'm not saying we're not dumb over here. We've got dumb bums over here too. You had protesters a couple of times. Oh my God. Did you walk out there with a shotgun saying protest this? Shotgun full of rock salt. That sorts them out. That sorts out the real protesters from the bloody wannabes. Not going to kill him. It's just going to hurt like bloody hell. I don't know. World's gone to hell in a handbasket. It ain't going to get any better, sad to say. It's going to get worse before it gets better. My old man used to say that all the time. You think it's bad now? Well, you just wait. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And he couldn't be more right. Poor old guy. He worked hard. Damned hard worker. Worked himself into the grave. And both my parents, actually. My mother was a tireless worker as well, back from the old country. Neither of them deserved what they got. I'm getting all depressing now. They both died of cancer, poor buggers. One from blood cancer, one from bone cancer. Man, that was a tough time. That's something you don't want to do, watch your parents die. Jesus. Wasn't pleasant. And about 2 years apart it was, I think, memory. Here raw milk prices have seen a rise in price growth in over 100 years, which is, yeah, well, that's true. Pretty much the same here, mate. The milk prices, farm prices are just, you know, through the floor. It's just ridiculous. The amount of protests we've had here, that's the farmers protesting. You know, it's bloody criminal and the government couldn't give a shit. I have not. No, they have not seen a price rise. Yeah, no, the same here, mate. Like I said, the protests have had, the dairy farmers especially, have had getting film crews out to the farms and saying, you know, it's not worth our money milking the cows. And this is what we do with it now. And they poured it all down the drain. All the milk in the vats. Just open up the valves and just let it pour all over the ground. Cheaper to do that than to try and sell it. Yep, that's pretty much the same here. I don't know what we're teaching each other, but you're right, that's about the same. Although ours is, we don't sell gallons, we sell litres, but it's about the same. It's just not right. The middleman makes all the money and they're the ones that don't care. And it doesn't matter what commodity, the middleman makes the money. The person that does the producing is the ones that suffer. And the supermarkets did something a while back, it's years ago now, because, like you guys, there had been no price rises and, you know, dairy farmers were suffering. So what the supermarkets did, because they you know, they get the second best amount of money for the product, you know, from the middleman. What they did was they dropped the prices of was it 2 litres of milk? They dropped it from it by $1 to sell it cheap and gave half to the farmers, back to the farmers, and that helped. And they're still doing it to this day. But the middleman hasn't shifted, the government haven't stepped in, nothing. It's just not right. You ask a politician how much a carton of milk is, They wouldn't have a bloody clue. Or how much it costs to produce that carton. No idea. Do we care? No. I remember a politician, he, from years ago over here, a lot of controversy because he was doing all the wrong things, especially by farmers and produce people. And the cost of living, just for the average family, was ridiculous. And they challenged him to live on a budget from the average Australian household. And he said, I could do that, no worries. He said, I can show you. It wouldn't be a problem. And the guy, he never did it. And then the guy in the interview said, oh, okay, could you tell me how much a loaf of bread is? And I think back then the loaf of bread was like $2.50, $3 for a loaf of bread. How much is a loaf of bread? Could you tell us? I don't know, I've never bought bread. 50 cents? Yeah, right. He wouldn't have lasted bloody 2 days living on the average wage. Mr. Malcolm Fraser, and his famous quote, life wasn't meant to be easy. Right. Wasn't meant to be this bloody hard either. You with your mansion, limousine, yacht, holiday home. Nah, it wasn't meant to be easy. Farms are not allowed to transport their own milk to the factories anymore, so there are... No, that's right, they're not. The same over here. Has to be collected. And you can choose who collects it over here and to what factory it goes, but you've still got your hands tied because you'll give it to the highest bidder, won't you? You'll ask one milk factory how much, and ask the other one how much, and the one with the highest amount goes, yeah, it's yours. Come and pick it up. Ridiculous. And the thing is, I've known some of the truck drivers that do the milk pickups. They get paid nothing. I was getting paid more as a labourer than those poor bastards getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, picking milk up twice a day. So in some cases 3 times a day. Driving for miles and miles. And then going back for more. Milk supports a lot of people, but, well, it doesn't support a lot of people. It supports some people and starves others. Bloody greedy. Sad. And the poor old silly city dwellers have no idea. Huh? What do you mean, milk? Yeah, I just go to the supermarket and buy it. Yeah? And? That's where they grow it, don't they? Out the back. Yeah, it just grows in a bottle. That's right, mate. That's the government's fault too. Dumbing down the population so they fall for more. Cutting back on education and stuff. You send yours to 3 places, okay. Yeah, I don't know if that works here. You end up with a turf war. I'm pretty sure you would here. What are you doing selling it to them when you're selling it to us? Yeah, well, just one load a day to them. Yeah, no. You signed a contract to sell to us. Yeah, can't do that here. When you sign the contract, it becomes exclusively their property. But, once the contract's up, you can change your mind and take it to someone else. Okay, that's pretty diverse. Very diverse. Yeah. Well, you pretty much got all your bases covered there. You would hope to get some sort of reasonable return going to doing all that. I'm not saying the bastards wouldn't rip you off. If they could, I bet they would. There. When people say, you know, especially older generation than even me, and I say it now, back in my day it wasn't all that, you know, bells and whistles, it wasn't that great, but my God, it was better than now. The good old days do really mean the good old days. 50s, 60s, brilliant. And I'd argue with anyone that says not. Don't have the technology we have today, but didn't need it. That was before the dumbing down of the population became a thing. And it's done just so the government can get away with more garbage than they can. To sow doubt in people. You wouldn't find, I don't think, you'd be struggling anyway, to find a school teacher out there worth their salt. It's all done out of a book. That's all. School teachers in my day knew it in their head. They didn't have to look up a paragraph in a book to find an answer for a question. It was all in their head. They actually studied. They actually did learn to become school teachers. Bastards and bitches, most of them, but they knew their stuff and they wanted to teach. Now they don't want to teach. You ask a question, the school teacher grabs the book, looks it up and go, yep, that's right. Nope, that's wrong. Government done their job well. Keep them dumb, keep the wool pulled over their eyes and carry on buying mansions. Well done, governments of the world. I love the technology of today, I really do. Computers, multimedia has gotten a bit out of hand, but I do enjoy it. The modern car, all the modern trappings I love, but I'd throw it all away to go back to living in the 50s and 60s. Not a drama. Wouldn't even hesitate. You keep your computer and your modern, your social media and all that crap. And yep, I'd go straight back. Not a problem. And there'll be a lot of people out there saying I'm an idiot. But if you weren't brought up in the 50s and 60s, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Can I get out up here? Yeah, I can sneak along this bank, I think. Good times. Ice is blowing up ships at the moment. Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, I think they've got a day off or something. Long weekend. Yeah, long weekend. Okay, what have we got for field 21? For field 21 plough seed. Seed, let's load that. But can I knock the width back? Width, here. Because it works better at... No. Won't let me. Works better at 5.7 metres. Alright, I'll just have to do that. First waypoint. Never watches my streams, Ice. Hello. Tractor up. Thingy down's not good spot. Stop. Let's get out of that spot. Never watches my streams. He has a go at me for not. Oh, you popped in and saw Brummie's stream. You never pop in and see mine. You never watch mine. Brummie never watches mine either, but still. Nice just goes farming simulators, bleh. I go blowing up warships is bleh. I find that boring. I don't know. I've tried to watch. Horses for courses, I guess. Not my cup of tea. I tried once. The aeroplane one. World of Warplanes. I tried that. Played it for about an hour one day and about 2 hours the next day and then uninstalled it. I thought this is just way too exciting for me. Can't handle the pace. I mean, there's nothing exciting about this either, to be honest. It is enjoyable, it's relaxing. Yeah, I don't do much of the work myself, but I was like that in real life. Why should I change now? But it's still fun. Still doing stuff. Doing stuff the lazy way, but hey. Where things like, well, I play RPGs. I play a lot of RPGs and I enjoy those. Hack and slash, magic, you know, all that stuff. I like that. That's a lot of fun. I do it with friends, I do it on my own. It's fun. I do this on my own and with friends, and it's fun. But games like Call of Duty, World of Warships, all I want to do after 10 minutes is really kill someone. Because you just get frustrated with it. Not because I'm no good, I aren't any good, but that's not the reason. Just get damn frustrated with it. I used to play Halo and Call of Duty. I had a few goes at. One I really liked was called. It was one of the early ones. Well, there was two early ones I really liked. Black Hawk Down. I loved that, especially the single player option. But I played a lot of multiplayer of Black Hawk Down. There was one before that. God, what was it called? It was put out by the people that own Steam now, but they weren't called Steam back then. Jesus, what was it called? Half-Life. That's what it was called, Half-Life. I loved Half-Life. Got very angry and frustrated with that, especially if that had a high ping. Yeah, you got to diversify. You can't just stick to one game. I haven't played trucks for ages, and I'm sort of missing it. Not enough yet to get back into it. I do enjoy it, but it gets boring too quickly. You do a long trip, and then you're going, bleh. Let's do another trip. Really? It needs more from it, especially in multiplayer. Multiplayer nowadays, any game is the way to do them, and I just get frustrated. You see reviews or upcoming games that look really cool, and they're going to be single player. EverQuest, yes, played EverQuest 2 for 5 years. I had my own guild. I had good guild players. Yeah, paid to play. I did too, and we rocked the world. It was, I loved EverQuest 2. I had houses and mansions and decorated them all. I actually, hate to brag, but was a contract decorator, and I decorated other people's guild halls, other people's houses. I loved it. EverQuest 2 was brilliant game. I've still got it installed. It's still there. I've still got my account. I no longer subscribe, of course. The guild's folded. I left it in hands of one of my officers, and he kept it going for a couple of years, but then he said, look, everyone's like you, they're leaving. going on to bigger, better things. You couldn't get into EQ2? Oh, okay. No, I loved it. I still think to this day it's one of the best RPGs out there. It's just a little dated now, and I've done everything you can do on it, so it's a little bit boring for me. There hasn't been enough new content added to it. There has been new content, but it's just, it wasn't enough. I did get some friends into it about 2 years ago. I said, let's try EQ2. Never played it? Okay. That's fine. I'll take you around with one of my high-level characters and we'll see what you think. Yeah, your accounts are still there too, yeah. Yeah, I could just, log in and update the game and go playing if I wanted to, but I've done it all. 5 minutes and I've gone, blah. Done this, been here. It's strange. But to this day, it's still one of the best. I crafted like crazy. I don't know what the crafting was like in EQ, but EQ2, the crafting was the best crafting of any game, and I wish other games would copy it. The same with the decorating. I wish they'd copy it. All the games nowadays, you want to go and craft a sword or something, you go and find the materials, go find the anvil, quick craft, it's done. Yeah, well, what? Oh, that's pretty cool, mate. That's pretty cool. In EQ2, you had to actually craft. You had to time the hammer with the blow, make sure it wasn't overheating. You had to do it all right. And you could come out with a meh sword, or you could come out with a high quality +1, +2 sword, because of your diligence. I love to do that. I remember when I first started in the guild I was in, because crafting helped with your guild status too. The more you crafted, the higher the numbers in your guild status would go, and you could actually raise your guild levels just by crafting. I had the weekend off. Our guild was halfway to the next rank, the guild I was in. This was before I formed my own. And I crafted for 25 hours straight, non-stop, and put the guild up to the next rank, all on my little lonesome. People were popping in and out all day and all night saying, hey, what are you doing? Crafting. Ugh. You can join me. No, I'll be right. Oh shit, the guild's nearly up a level. Yeah, did you notice? That's to me. Every time I would log in, within seconds I'd be getting invites for groups. Yeah, you would, mate, you would. And it's a good feeling though too, isn't it? Sometimes you don't want it, but if it's available, geez, it's a good feeling. My favourite was a necromancer. Tanks used to hate me. I used to steal all the aggro. We can't win this fight if you're taking all the aggro and dying. Stop it. I can't help it, I'm attacking. I can heal you occasionally. Ah, okay. I remember in EverQuest 2, they took it away after a while, but I started a second account as a mule account, and I'd log on to my main character and get my mule, because you needed to go up levels to get bigger bag slots and all that sort of stuff, and log on to my second account, which you can't do anymore, and put my second character on follow on my main character, then swap accounts, go back to my main character and go around and leveling. They're dragging me along behind. Then you've got to buy more bank slots, bigger bags and stuff, to store stuff. Kind of cool. They took that away after a while. We had a few guildies doing that. Actually, there was one guy who had about 4 accounts. He'd log in, I'd say, hey, how you going? Oh, not bad. Then he'd log in again, then he'd log in again, then he'd log in again. Are you leveling? Yes. How'd you? Yes. But he didn't use them as mules, he used them as actual playing people, which is fine. Christ, I had about 15, 20 characters on EQ2. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that in the past, yep. Just stand there in one of the new areas and say, you want a hand? You want a hand? You want a hand? You're right. Why you don't do that like that? Half the time you get someone that didn't speak English, which was, yeah, all right. Help yourself. So I usually play in Euro servers most of the time. Get quite a lot of Americans play there too. The good old days. It was fun. Yeah, I had a fight with the old guild leader. That's why I formed my own. And actually, it was about 2 weeks after I soloed the guild's level. Hey, Henry. Got the guild up to that next level, and it was a female guild leader. And she logged in and saw that and saw how long I'd been on, because you know, you could tell how long a player had been on and who has been doing what. You know, it would say so-and-so has earned so many points, so-and-so, so she checked the logs. She said, oh, wow, you've been busy. Thanks for that. You've done a great job. Put us up a rank. I said, yeah, no worries. It was fun. I didn't have to work today. Ah, brilliant. I was logging on to do some crafting myself. I said, that's all right. I'm up for more if you want to craft side by side. Yeah, all right. So we did that. Stupid bloody woman. And from Tennessee, she kept saying, y'all, how y'all going? Y'all? Yeah. Anyway, about 2 weeks later, she pulled me aside and got me in private chat and said, I heard you're thinking about starting your own guild. I said, well, not really. I've been talking about it. I thought it might be fun. Because our guild was a bit snobby, they didn't allow newbies in. I said, I want to help new players. I thought about starting a newbie guild just to help new players. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, well, I'd prefer if you didn't, but all right. So anyway, about a week or so after that, one of my friends, and let's start a guild up. You can't just do it solo. You have to have a certain amount of members, so we did. And started it up. Started recruiting newbies and helping them out. Next minute I log on to main guild and I've been demoted to a pleb, to someone who, you know, just joined. Why the demotion? Hello? No one would answer. Hello? There were a couple of officers on. I said, hello? I know you're out there. One of the officers replied, yeah. Why have I been demoted? I'm not sure. And this was the second in charge. I said, bullshit. Why have I been demoted? Oh, I can't really tell you now. What do you mean you can't tell me? Go in private chat and tell me. Anyway, he did eventually. After lying through his teeth, he said it was because you started your own guild. I already asked. Oh yeah, we're afraid you're going to take all our members off us. Oh, right. Well, that's just bloody childish. Anyway, the guild leader, she refused to talk to me. I sent her email after email after email just to have a quick word. Nope. And still hadn't talked to me. Well, this was years later. I'd send her a weekly email just for the hell of it. I ran into her every now and again in the city. and just with my necromancer cast fireballs and flames and circles of death all around her and just keep going. It was funny. Bitch. Oh, 34 hours. Whoa. That's a big raid, mate. I've never done a raid that big. I've done quite a few, but not that big. And oh God, yeah, that's rewarding, that one. They're the really rewarding ones. I know our guild camped a few boss sites. They would take it in turns. We'd form a group, go to the location. If he wasn't there, one would stay there. The rest of us would go off and go to bed and come back in, like real life, come back in, relieve him from his duty, and so on. Done that a few times. All in fun. How's Henry? If you're still there, mate. I hope you're well. Tell Ice he's a bloody snob, never watches my channel. Anyway. The good old days of role-playing. You want it? Oh my God. Geez, you would have had kittens on the spot, mate. Yeah, would have. I've never had, I'll say never, I've been given certain drops that I didn't win, but I was given to them by others who already had it. But I've never actually won a super item. It's a shame, really. I put in a lot of effort in that game and did a lot of stuff, but never actually got lucky. The funny thing was, you know, with that guild that booted me, they were, you know, got rid of me because they were scared that I was going to steal their members. Most of the time when their members got together, including the officers, to do something, a raid or a quest line, who was the first one they called to come and help? Me. Every bloody time. And it worked both ways, like I helped them too. And eventually I did get a good half a dozen of their guild members, secondary characters, who joined. Yeah, I want to join your guild, but I'll use a character no one knows about. Is that all right? Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Oh, yeah. Show me your weapon. Yeah, I bet you got that in real life. I bet you wish you got that in real life. Show me your weapon. Yeah, that'd be a cool feeling, mate. Really would. Looks like Henry left, said hello and ran. Must have realised we're talking about some shit. Henry. No, he's gone. He's gone. Yeah, I'm playing. What am I playing now? I'm playing a bit of Neverwinter, which is a DDO spin-off. I'm playing a little bit of that. I'm enjoying playing Riders of Icarus, modern sort of anime kind of game. It's pretty. Gameplay's good. Questline's okay. The cinematics are magic. Absolute magic. It's like you're watching a movie. Geez, they're good when they go to a cutscene. Yeah. That's a good feeling in that, mate. I've played healer a few times. That's a good feeling. Funny thing is, Most of the tanks were pissed off by my healers too. I could heal, not a problem there. Problem is I set all my healers, the necromancer, everything up as DPS. And when you're tanking, you don't want someone stealing all your thunder with a high DPS. No, it works. At least you're not dead. I killed the creature. Yeah, but it's tank's job to hold it. Yeah, well, you want to tank better then. I had a couple of tanks. Actually, tank is my favourite, to be honest. It's a big responsibility, but it was one of my favourites. Tank or DPS? DPS is the go-to because it's the easiest character to play. No responsibility, just get the creature down. Tank, you have to hold it its attention. You don't really have to do big damage as a tank. You don't really want to. All you want to do is hold its attention. If you can do some decent damage, it does help, but it's not crucial. Healer's job is to keep everyone alive, and that's one of the hardest. But also can be rewarding when you storm out of there and everyone's alive, you know, that's bloody great. DPS is just hit what the tank's hitting, hit it as hard as possible, get rid of them quick. Yeah, a lot of fun. Many hours wasted. Curse words thrown around, keyboards broken. Oh, the good old days. Smashed a keyboard, wasn't very proud of it. Smashed it across the end of my desk once. Oh yeah, played Star Trek online. Not so much, it got boring quick. Oh, okay. Neverwinter's okay. It's a bit of sort of, it's a, what do you want to call it? It's a game you play when you don't feel like playing a game. No, that's not really true. It's a nice game. It's well made. Bit old world like DDO was. I played a lot of DDO. Got sick of it because of the community. Bunch of arseholes. But what would you call Neverwinter? It's not a go-to game. Like if you're dying to play something, you wouldn't go play the Neverwinter. It's a game you got to feel like playing, and it's a fun game to play. I don't know how to describe it. A good game. Like if you're into those sort of games and you never played it, then you would, you know. Hello, Farmer Oops. How's Farmer Oops? Yeah, that's true, Drummer. Yeah, it's like that. You watching Ice's stream, Farmer Oops? Tell him he's a prick because he never watches mine. Yeah, it's all good. I played Star Wars a lot, the Old Republic, many years of that. Until, who is it again? BioWare stuffed it up with their upgrades and fixes, which didn't need fixing because it wasn't broken. The updates were just garbage. They've turned it into a kids game, basically. Back in when I started out, it took you a solid month to get to the top level, which was a lot lower than it is now. And you died many times, and it was hard, it was a challenge, it was fun. Now, and this is fair income, now you can start a brand new character and be max level, which is 20 levels higher, the following day, in a day. And it's just boring garbage now. Good oops. He said, Christ, I can't English today. That'd be nice. What do you mean today? Most days. He's fun. I like taking the piss out of him. If I don't, he thinks there's something wrong. You feeling all right? Yeah, just call him a prick and get on with it. Then you're right. Yeah, back in the day, Star Wars was a great game. Absolutely superb. Cinematographics were great. Cutscenes were great. Storyline was excellent. Good gameplay. Then they went and stuffed it. Made it kiddie friendly. And for the adults, it's just come bloody boring. Just a yawn walk fest. Shame. Such a shame. And people have been leaving it in droves, and they don't learn. They just bring out another upgrade to make it easier again. What the hell? Money's with the kids though, to be honest. Kids nowadays anyway. If they like some online thing, it's mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy, buy me this, buy me that, mummy, daddy, mummy, daddy. And mummy, daddy do it because they want to shut the bloody kid up and shove it against the computer screen and not be disturbed by it. So that's where the money is. And yeah, the consoles and the computers should stay separate. Don't merge the bloody things, for God's sake. It's what's ruining the computer world. Gaming community, it's just getting destroyed by these mergers. Farm Sim's a prime example. Farm Sim 19 would probably have been something pretty special instead of nah, if they haven't been trying to make it console friendly. Have a version for console, no problem. Have your consoles, not a problem. But keep it separate. Yeah. Yeah. Are you talking about Star Trek? Or Star Wars? Must be Star Trek. I tried to play Star Trek online 3 times with different friends. We started up an account. With one lot of friends, we tried it for a month or 2 and got nah. This was back in the early days where there wasn't a lot to do. And then I tried it again solo. Nah. Star Trek, yeah. And then I tried it, it would have been 6 months ago with 2 other friends. And we gave it a good try, but then was, I don't really feel like playing this. Okay. A lot, yeah. I tried, I really did. It just lost me. Some of the stuff was too hard. I couldn't work out how to do things. I had to read. I hate reading. I really hate reading. They got to make that easy, nondescript. This is how you do this. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be cool. But I have to read 33 pages of text. No, I don't want to. Is it worth it? I don't know. Not going to find out. Yeah. I know, they've come a long way since when I first started playing it. And they're still doing patches and updates and adding new content, and it's great. But from what I've noticed, when I first started playing it to 6 months ago, all the intricate stuff hasn't changed. How to do this, how to do that, what to do for that. It hasn't changed, and that's made it bleh for me. Gameplay's pretty good. But the rest of it, no. There's a new old world RPG coming out soon called Parthenon. I'm looking forward to. I was looking forward to another one, but it seems to be taking forever to get anywhere, called Chronicles of Illyria. where your character actually ages and can die from old age. I like that. The thing is, your character's not dead. Character does die, but you move on through the soul of an heir or someone else in the family. You always have family. Yeah, level 21 in Star Wars. Yeah, I got to about level 20-ish. Maybe. Between 15 and 20 we got to on our last effort. But yeah, it got too complicated. We were all three of us are standing around scratching our head. What do they want us to do? How the fucking hell do we do that? What? Yeah, and you get, well, of course you spawn in a village somewhere and you have a family home. You have a family when you start. And you choose, your preferences are leaning towards what your father does. So, example, if your father's a blacksmith, you actually have a blacksmith shop, and you can go and train for being blacksmith at Dad's shop and help sell stuff for him and earn money. You would lean to your career would be as a blacksmith, but you can always do other things as well. But your heritage sort of leans you that way. A lot of running backwards and forth, and yeah, that's right. That's right. And you can build your own family home in town. The more people that move in, the bigger the town gets, the bigger its influence, the more merchants come in and out. You can have road trains, like, maybe you are a blacksmith and you make swords. Well, two towns across, they don't do that. They do grains and stuff, but they want swords as well. So you'd load up a wagon with a horse and you join the wagon train and go and sell your swords at this other town. And you can get raided. There's guards. You can hire your own personal guards. There's caravan guards as well to stop from raiding and all that sort of stuff. It's got great content, and the little cinematographics I've seen of it and gameplay I've seen look marvellous, really do. The fact that you age and can die, you can take, and you're sold, you can take over your wife or one of your kids. I think you get a choice, or your grandfather. He may not have long to go, but then your soul passes on to someone else if there's no one there that you want, and so on. It's got a lot of potential. Parthenon looks really good too. It's not the same as that. You don't age, but it's more traditional RPG, which I'm looking forward to. I really hope they bring it bloody out before I pass on myself. They've been working at it for quite a few years. But if a game's worth playing, if a game's good enough, then it's worth waiting for. These games, they poop out every 6 months. They're usually not worth longer than 10 minutes. If you know what I mean. No, that's sort of my niche genre, role-playing games. Simulation games, city building games, empire building. But one-on-one fighting games, that's a bit, I used to be into that, but now it's a bit, it's a bit gay, really. Everything's gay. Born gay. But if you know what I mean, it's just gets frustrating, these kill ones. Especially if you got bloody bad latency. That's how it got with Call of Duty. I had to stop. I was going to smash the whole house. Log in, go slinking around, bang, shit. Respawn, bang. Respawn, walk around the corner, bang. What the hell? That bad a latency, I didn't know I was dead until 5 minutes after. Oh, Drummer Casey's one of your alts. Okay. Okay, fair enough. I'm a bit gay. I only play female characters in my games. I'm not gay, by the way. But I always play female characters. And you'd know why. There's a big big reason why. When you're playing RPGs, you've got this little character in the middle of your screen, and you're running along down the road, little ass is wiggling. I want to see a female ass wiggling in front of me, not a male ass, thank you. That is the main reason I play females. A cute little bum wiggling in front. I know that's a bit depraved because it's only a computer game, but come on. KB Kid. Well, we never ran into each other. That doesn't ring a bell. I tried to make males, and you'd be trotting along going, doing the first few quests and go, oh, I'm not going to watch this male ass wiggle in front of me. This is gay. Oh, character creation screen. Let's try again. Make a big beefy man. Right. Let's go back in. Oh my God, that's revolting. Out. Let's make girl. Big butt. Big boobs. Oh yeah, watch that. I could watch that all day. To hell with the quest. Let's just run around in circles. Nah, I've done it for years. I got to the point where everyone thinks I'm a female online, mate. I won't say no. Females have more fun. Get more stuff given to you. That's nasty to say, but it's bloody well true. All you have to do is call out, hey, has anyone got time to give me a hand with this? Kissy kissy. And there's a bloody crowd forms up around you. All these wannabe nerds. You get your stuff, not a worry. Thank you, call me again. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll just write your name down in my friends list. Uh-huh. And if they contact you more than twice, you go block. I've had it. I've had them contact me before. Do you need a hand again today? Yeah, sure, why not? I have to do this quest. I'll come and help you. I've done it before. It's not hard. This is good. I don't need it, so you can have all the loot that we pick up. Oh, gee, thanks. God, I'm nasty. But I was good at it. If he calls me again, I'll tries to put the hard word on me. It's ignore, block character. Sorry, I was only in it for the money, honey. Hey, that's female real life. You got to teach these harsh life lessons to all these nerds. Star Wars. I remember. I was at the, what do they call it again? Friggin' hell. Space station. I picked up a quest that was too goddamn hard to do on my own. No other guild members online. And I called out for help. And here I am, my sexy little female character, standing there. Someone called out, yeah, I did that yesterday. If you want a hand, I can come and do it. No worries. Anyway, this guy comes up, introduces himself and so on, and I say hi, and off we go. We do the quest, and me and my friend used to EQ after a night of heavy drinking. Yeah. That would have been good. And anyway, he helped me do the thing. It took quite a while. It was a hard thing to do, and we both died a few times. But anyway, did that, and then he hung around with me, just kept following me around the space station for a while. And chat, look this. Smashing head on keyboard now. And he followed me around for a while, and then he said, oh, I've got to go. Maybe we'll catch up later. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm always on. No worries. Anyway, he called me the day later, and he said, I've been talking to people, and they know you. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty well known. I play Star Wars a lot. Oh, cool. Is there stuff we can do together today? And I said, if you want to hang around, sure. So we often did some stuff. And about halfway through, starts putting the hard word on, you know, where you're from and what do you do and what are you interested in, and he did all this stuff. And I said, well, you see, I don't really do much. I'm retired. Oh? Yeah, I just play computer games most of the time. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I said, why? What's with you? You know, you know, do you work? No, still go to school. Oh, okay. Yeah. He goes, yeah, I'm only 14. I said, oh, okay. He goes, are you really a female? Oh, of course, I said, yeah, I really am. Okay. He said, well, how old would you be? And I said, this is going back a few years, I said, I'm 55 years old. And he goes, oh my God, you're older than my mother. And I said, yeah. Never heard from him since. The hard word got knocked back. I think his little Willy Wonka crawled back in his body somehow. Oh, God, it was funny. Poor guy. Hey, I didn't ask him to put the hard word on. That was damn funny. I did feel sorry for him. I wasn't meaning to be nasty or to you know, drag him along, but men burn men, because I am one. We tend to try to go in for the kill, even though there's nothing to kill. The funny thing is, I've never done that on mine. I've never bothered. I mean, it's a worthless pursuit. Even in saying that, a few people have got married through World of Warcraft and games like it. I don't think I could. I like mine to be face to face. But gee, it was funny, and poor guy. I explained it to the people I play with regularly. They said, really? Wow. But I was all nice about it and everything, pleasant. Poor kid. Yeah, you could tell the way he was typing, you know. You could feel him probably trembling as he's typing the keys, you know. Poor kid. And I'm about to finish, Serena. How you going? I was just about to say no, because it is midnight. It's midnight over here. Yeah, I was streaming at I was trying to trick you, Serena. See, I tricked you. I've been talking a lot about Star Wars too. Me and Drummer Casey were talking about different role-playing games. I gave Star Wars the old thumbs up. Oh, I have to. I'll turn into a pumpkin soon. Yeah. Good old days. So many RPGs I've played. A lot of fun, a lot of memories. Mostly good. You have typed for 5 games. Typed for 5 games? Oh, hyped. Sorry. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Wait a minute. They were never good. Take another hour. Nah, I wet my pants. I got my coffee cup here, but I need that for coffee. Pokemon Tales of Arise. That's one game. I got 2 games I'm looking forward to, if they ever get released. Lego Star Wars. Oh, Yeah, that could be interesting. As long as they don't make it as easy as the real Star Wars. Come on, keep them rolling. That's only 2. What's the other 3? Don't keep me in suspenders. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was called Pokemon Tales of Arise. Okay, sorry. So, okay, that's 3. 2 to go. Excuse me. Star Wars Fallen Order. Okay, I haven't heard of that. Or have I? Maybe I have. I just don't remember because I'm like that. And the lone last one is no, didn't help. Scratching your head, aren't you, Serena? You're not sure what that last one is. It'll be Pokemon something. No? Dragon Ball Z. Ah, my son's played Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if he still does or not, but he has. Yeah. Kakarot. Kakarot. Hi, Kakarot, too. I said that in Japanese slang. Sorry. When you Kakarot, you got to, be careful. Anyway, as I said, I am so sorry, but I is having to leave because it is late. I've enjoyed tonight. I'm denied for about an hour. Will I, won't I stream? Kakarot equals, Goku. Oh, okay. I'm not allowed. I have to, darling, really. He's 12 after the midnight. And I'm just a little pumpkin head sitting here now. And I've got to roll myself into bed. But yeah, I am denied for about an hour thinking, will I, won't I, will anyone watch? Oh, I don't care if they watch, I'm going to play anyway. But I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed myself. We had a few pop in, which was really, really good. Whoa, the lights are on and no one's home. But anyway, I will be back. I feel I'm going to get back into it. I've had too long off. Yes. Hi, Serena. I was trying to think of that song where it's got your name in it the other day, but I couldn't think of it. And the others with me wouldn't help me. Bloody people. I'm going to have to look it up if I remember. The Serena song. I don't even know what it's called. But I know a few lines. I'm going to have to look it up. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up. Song written just for you. It was. I will look it up and hopefully I'll have it in the memory bank for next time you log in. Well, all right. I will say thank you and goodbye, good night, and good afternoon to each and every one of you. It's been a blast. And thank you for popping in, Serena, even if it was towards the end. Try and be a bit more vigilant next time, please. Drummer Casey, it's been a blast bringing back memories like that. It's been great, mate. And thank you to everyone else who popped in. Like I said, you have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And please, please, please take care till next time. Bye-bye. Arrivederci. Massey man pops in. Sorry, Massey. You'll have to tell me about your broken bones next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.